Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks and welcome to another video today. This video shouldn't exist if I had actually done what I said I would do on the stream, but I forgot something and I forgot to give this car a review, both in automation and in BeamNG. Now this is a car that's outside of the competition, which is something that I did mention in the stream, so the results of the community challenge will not be changed. However, I wanted to also review this in the same stream and I forgot about that, so let's take a look at it now. So this is the Ojo De Tigre, which is I think Spanish for Eye of the Tiger. It is using the Crown Vic body, isn't it? Oh no, it's actually the same body, the Audi body. Well, the same body that most entries would use, not the same body that his other entry would use. This is also by Sedan 57 Chevy. So where to start? The looks, I'm gonna say I like the rear bumper, but I'm not a fan of this headlight and grille array. It doesn't speak to me personally. The rear end is completely fine. Looks good. I like the sort of British racing green color as well. That makes a nice contrast with the chrome accents. And mechanically, we have a galvanized steel monocoque and aluminum panels. We have rear-wheel drive, a 5-speed advanced automatic, double wishbones up front and multi-link on the rear. And this has a 5.9 liter naturally aspirated V8. Okay, so this also has VVL. The torque curve is fairly flat, but I think it could have gotten a little bit more torque in the lower RPMs without the VVL. Oh, actually, it's... Nah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But with a little bit of extra tweaking, this could have been a lot torqueier, especially in the lower RPMs, in my opinion. It revs to 6900 RPM, which is kind of high. Oh, the exhaust diameter is made for exactly 449 horsepower, which is what this makes. The exhaust has plus 15 in quality on it. Yeah, actually makes sense, because those reverse flow mufflers are going to be much better, so this is very, very quiet. Huh, interesting. I've never thought of that to this sort of extent. Making a naturally aspirated engine, which is, you know, inherently, normally at least, it's normally like inherently louder than a turbo engine. And then fitting reverse flow mufflers and making plus 15 quality in order to make those mufflers more effective and thereby making the engine quieter. I never thought of that strategy, but it seems to work for this car. 5-speed advanced automatic. We're gonna roll it to 250 like every other car, so that the fourth gear goes almost exactly to 250. It has a viscous limited slip diff. It's got 255 sports tires all around, so it has fairly sporty handling, doesn't it? And then actually 18-inch magnesium rims, vented discs all around. There is a good amount of brake fade though. I'm not exactly sure why. Because with vented discs of this magnitude, you shouldn't have brake fade. And then fully clad under tray. Luxury CD plus 4 quality here. Advanced 90 safety. Hydro pneumatic springs. And they, you know, the springs, the front springs are normal. The rear springs as well as the dampers on both ends are softer than average. It sits, I think, lower than average as well. The rear camber is completely gone and the sway bars have been stiffened. the roll angle is acceptable, I think, for a car like this, because it is a large sedan after all. And on the market with plus 50%, it costs 65,700. Does very well in GT Premium and Luxury Premium. Overall, what do I think of this car? I'm not the biggest fan of the aesthetics, to be 100% honest with you. The engine seems nicely tuned. The suspension seems pretty well tuned, and of course, as a luxury car, the 5-speed advanced automatic is going to work very well too. And I'm actually looking forward to driving this in Beam. So I'm actually gonna export it over, and then I'm gonna drive it in Beam. Okay, here we are in BeamNG, and I will do the same test that I did with all the other cars, starting with 1 lap on the automation track. Then I will take it to the into the industrial side to test its ride quality, and yeah, then maybe I will give it a final resume at the drag strip and the nearby racetrack. So that's the plan. Be nice if Beam were so kind as to actually load. There we go. Let's see, there it is. Okay, let's turn ESC off. It has a lot of initial turn in, but it does love to oversteer. Lots of wheel spin from that V8. It's fairly quick too, like I have to say. Quiet too, even here in Beam. Yeah, the rear end does step out even in these sort of speeds, which is probably a little bit scary if you're the precedent being driven in this car and someone is trying to get you somewhere quickly. Honestly, it might even have a little bit too much oversteer for this type of car. I mean, I like drifting as much as the next guy, but whoa. Yeah, as I think I said about the one other car, though I can't remember which one it was. It's always nice to have the option to drift and to oversteer. Actually, this doesn't always oversteer, so I'll take that back. But there was one car in the competition where I said, it's nice to have the option to drift. It's nice not having the. It's not nice not having the option and being forced to oversteer everywhere. This is not the case for this car, although it is really easy to get it into an oversteer situation, except there for some reason. Not quite sure what was going on there, but Overall, it is very, very responsive, a very sharp handling car. It's good, but could have maybe used a little bit more rear tire. Just a little bit more. And now let's get to the industrial area. Also, I would like if they made it so that if you're driving one particular car on one particular track and then you switch the track, it should carry over the car that you've been driving, in my opinion. Because this way I always have to go here, look for the car, there it is. And again, here we're cruising, here we're not, you know, blasting down the road. Ooh, already got upset there quite a bit. Bouncing around quite a lot. Yeah, I can't really imagine this being too comfortable to be driven in. So this does not get a very good score in ride quality. It's okay, but we've seen much better cars in this sort of discipline. So yeah, ride quality could be better, definitely. Whoa, yeah, yikes, also with how it got upset there. Well, let's do a little bit of final testing here, shall we? And for that we go here. So I'm gonna see just, you know, what happens if you do have to get away quickly. Just to see, and also just to see how it handles those tight corners on the nearby racetrack. Then I'll give it a final resume. We can say that that overall in automation it does very well. On ride quality it's not the best, but we'll see. Let's see how it does here. Very quick car, 4.7 seconds. I think that's the quickest we've seen. Yeah, definitely the quickest over the quarter mile at like 109. Powerful brakes too. It stopped well before this end and this end here, which I think as far as straight line performance both in acceleration and deceleration goes, it would probably make it the best we've had. I mean, of course it's not often that you take a large car like this around tight corners like these, but for testing purposes, of course, we have to do it. Lots of wheel spin. There somehow it also spun the wheels but did not actually, but the rear end did not step out. I mean, I kind of like the way this handles, but there's a lot of wheel spin. Is this an open diff, by the way? I think it was an open diff, wasn't it? No, it was viscous limited slip diff. Now I remember. So yeah, that's a trademark of the viscous limited slip diff. Oh, brake fade actually. Is that it likes to smoke one wheel. The inside rear wheel at least. Oh, that was my bad. It likes to smoke the inside rear wheel, which isn't ideal either for grip or for actually acceleration out of the corner. I don't know if that was my... Yeah, I think that was my bad actually. Transition too quickly. I can't really say too much negative things about the way this car handles. But maybe it could use like 10 or 20 millimeter more rubber on the rear wheels. Apart from that, it actually accelerates and brakes very nicely, and the turning is also very responsive. So that's all of that is good. The ride quality, as we've seen, is not the best though, so that should definitely be improved on when it comes to a luxury sedan. Let's try one more thing. .7 seconds once again. That's pretty quick. Let's try how fast this is at the takeoff. I'm gonna say 135. 138 actually. Ouch. And the president is dead. The car is still able to be driven, actually, surprisingly. He can actually still drive the car. If we could somehow get out of here, we could still drive around like this. Yeah, it's really hard because it pulls to the left, so I wanted to steer more towards the right, but the front suspension is obviously also broken, so it turned right too much. It's still pretty fast actually. Oh. No. Tried to stabilize it there, but okay, well. Let's see. Can we still do a 0 to 62 run? No, it's, yeah, well, the suspension is too broken, it's bouncing around too much. Let's give it another shot. No, not happening. Anyway, sorry for doing this to your car, first of all, and thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone for watching this video. This car is, all things considered, pretty good. It could be improved in the ride quality and maybe fitted with a different differential or with just slightly wider rear tires, and then it would be even better in my opinion. but as it is fairly good overall. Would it have won? I don't know, but I believe we would still I would still have chosen the Cosimo as the winner, even if this car had been entered into the actual competition. Nevertheless, it's a good car. Thank you for sending that in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.